For many people, their dream classic cars are out of reach financially. Whether they're upwards of 50,000 or 500,000, it's hard to justify that kind of money on something that will only be used for occasional weekend drives to car shows. But what if you could get something of the look and feel of your dream classic car for a fraction of the price? Would it be worth it? Let's take 6 desirable British classic cars, and for each one look at a more affordable alternative. Not a replica, but another British classic that might give you a similar experience. First up, one of the most popular and desirable British classics, the Jaguar E-Type, the epitome of a dream British classic sports car that many would aspire to own. Prices for the most desirable earlier E-Type roadsters, or open two-seaters, range from £70,000 to well over £300,000 for the flat floor models with the outside bonnet locks. What could possibly compare? Well, you don't have to move far down the Jaguar family tree to find a couple of options. For more of a classic driving feel, how about the Jaguar XK-SS, with a 5.3 litre V12 built from the mid-70s onwards. You can pick up a decent coupe for between £5,000 and £10,000, or a convertible from £15,000 to £20,000. Or if you want the car to look a bit more like the E-Type, try its successor, the Jaguar XK-8. Its rounded, lozenge-shaped body more than echoes the lines of its 60s grandfather. These 4-litre V8 powered beauties can be picked up for just a few £1,000s, with even low mileage convertibles on sale for just over £10,000. Next, a bit of British muscle with what has to be the best ever name for a car, the Jensen Interceptor. Produced for over 10 years from 1966 on the outskirts of Birmingham, the Interceptor was Italian-styled by Touring and American-powered by a big block Chrysler V8, starting with 6.3 litre and rising to 7.2 litres midway through production. To get a good example of these handsome brutes on your driveway will cost you between £50,000 and £100,000. Now, there's nothing quite like the look of the Interceptor, but something that perhaps comes closest is also from another British car maker based in the Midlands, the Reliant Scimitar, and specifically the GTE, Grand Touring Estate, the SE5 and SE6 built from 1968 onwards. Their spacious two-door shooting brake body style, reliable Ford V6 powertrains and easygoing but spirited driving gained them favourable reviews, and for many years were the daily conveyance of Princess Anne. These budget classics can be picked up for peanuts. Just a few £1,000s gets you a pretty good SE6, with 10,000 you can take your pick. This next dream classic was a true collaboration amongst the British motor industry. Designed by Healey, based on Austin running gear, bodied by Jensen and built by MG from 1959 to 1967. As well as achieving international success on the racetrack and rally stages, the Austin-Healey 3000 and its lower powered predecessor was a big earner for the cash-strapped post-war UK economy. Over 90% of the cars built were exported overseas, most of them to North America. Prices for the less plentiful right-hand drive UK cars start around £40,000, but most are priced between £60,000 and £90,000. Exceptional examples are into six figures. Our chosen alternative, the MGA, was built alongside the Big Healey at the MG factory in Abingdon in the 50s and 60s, and shares similar sweeping lines, a long bonnet and wire wheels. The feel of pushing this curvy roadster down Britain's B roads will be every bit as exciting as with the Healey. It's not the cheapest of our affordable alternatives, but there are plenty around in the classifieds for £20,000 to £25,000, including the high-performance twin-cam model. We're now halfway through. Keep watching for 2 more star cars of the silver screen and another which was favoured by a petrolhead movie star. We're dreaming bigger now in both price and prestige with the Aston Martin V8, one of my own dream classic cars. Entirely hand-built between 1972 and 1989, the AMV8 sported a thumping 5.3 litre engine, developing around 310 horsepower, which was able to push the rather heavy car to 62 miles per hour in just over 7 seconds. No doubt with thanks to its starring role in the James Bond film The Living Daylights, the AMV8 has become an incredibly desirable model, with prices starting around £75,000, but most being well in excess of £100,000. Especially the later models and the more powerful Vantage spec cars. What could possibly compare to this muscular coupe? Very little, as it turns out, but there is perhaps one car that echoes the fastback shape in some way and would give a similar driving feel, looking out across a broad curved nose. the Ford Capri. Yes, I did say the Ford Capri, and more specifically the Mark III Capri S, built between 1978 and 81. This model, powered by Ford's 3-litre Essex V6 engine, was made famous by the TV show The Professionals. The main characters Bodie and Doyle driving respectively a silver and gold Capri S. Although the Ford's V6 has less than half the power of Aston's V8, it's only around half a second slower to 62 miles per hour, largely because it's 650 kilos lighter. A good condition 3-litre Capri S isn't that easy to come by. There were only 2 road cars listed at the time of filming, but they were on sale for £19,000 and £24,000. Sticking with Aston Martin, and perhaps their most desirable model, made famous of course by James Bond in Goldfinger, the DB5. Styled by Carrozzeria Touring and built to their Superleggera construction methods between 1963 and 65, the DB5 featured a 4-litre straight-six engine, producing 282 horsepower in standard form and 325 in Vantage spec. This Grand Touring coupe continues to draw crowds at car shows and bidders at auctions. Although DB5s with provenance of movie stardom or celebrity ownership sell for multiple millions, even unstoried examples regularly change hand for over £1 million. In the UK classifieds today, you'll be parting with at least £600,000 for a running car in good order. The number of cars listed with price on application speaks to the current volatility of values, suggesting they're worth whatever someone is prepared to pay on the day. Like the V8, the DB5 is beyond comparison, but again, I've found something that gets fairly close in both look and feel. The humble MGB GT, produced between 1965 and 1980. The MGB Roadster is probably the UK's most popular classic car, not just because of the availability of parts, but also because of how well it performs around Britain's back roads. The Pininfarina styled coupe version, the GT, shares all of these characteristics with the added benefit of space inside and a bit more protection from our unpredictable weather. Externally, the shape of the GT is not dissimilar to the Aston, and if you get an earlier model before 1974, it will have chrome bumpers and optional wire wheels, just like the DB5. You could even paint it silver birch grey if you wanted to emulate the Bond look. The interior of the early MGs is an uncanny likeness to that of the Aston. Fit a wood-rimmed steering wheel and you'd be forgiven for confusing the two. Fitting an ejector seat, though, is optional. Best of all is that good MGB GTs with chrome bumpers and wire wheels are plentiful, between £5,000 and £10,000, and show standard examples are only £20,000. The last dream classic car from the UK is the rare as hen's teeth Jaguar XK-SS. Only 16 cars were completed before a factory fire in February 1957 destroyed the remaining 9 chassis of a limited run of 25 cars. The low volume production run was because the chassis were all leftover D-types from the 1956 racing season, and Sir William Lyons wanted to recoup some money by converting and selling them as road-going sports cars, mostly into the US. As the name suggests, they were powered by Jaguar's legendary XK straight-six engine, at this time with a 3.4-litre cubic capacity. The most famous owner of an XK-SS was film star Steve McQueen, who christened his car the Green Rat, and used it extensively around his home in Malibu, California. Due to their rarity, you won't find one in the classifieds, and only 3 have come up for auction over the past decade. The most recent sale of an XK-SS was hammered down at $13.2 million, around £10.5 million. As you can imagine, this exceptional Jag is not an easy car to match to something affordable. The best I can find, with anything like the bulbous look of the XK-SS, is the Triumph Spitfire Mark III, built from 1967 to 1970. Now this model only came with a 1.3-litre engine putting out just 75 horsepower, but I've heard of owners transplanting a 2-litre 6-cylinder engine from a contemporary Triumph GT6 to give a much healthier 104 horsepower and a much more spirited drive. Like the MGs, the Spitfire is a popular model, and examples of the Mark III are similarly priced, starting at £5,000, rising to £20,000 for a show car. That's about 1/1000th of the price of an unobtainable Jaguar XK-SS. So there you have our 6 British dream classic cars and their much more affordable alternatives. Have I overlooked any dream classics? Or are there better low-cost alternatives that I could have chosen? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos on classic sports cars and Grand Tourers. See you next time. Bye bye.